Shadow Minister Stephen Kinnock, who has 2 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Beijing's assault on Hong Kong's electoral system is the latest breach of the Sino-British Declaration and is viewed by experts as the final nail in the coffin of Hong Kong's democracy. It follows the arrest and charging of 47 opposition politicians, 32 of whom were refused bail. As a signatory to the Sino-British Declaration, the UK has a legal duty but also a moral responsibility to stand up for the democratic rights and freedoms of the people of Hong Kong. And as parliamentarians, we will feel a sense of profound sadness as we witness this steady suffocation of democracy. But, Madam Deputy Speaker, for the past few months, the UK government has just been going through the motions. So can I ask the Minister these questions? Labour welcomes the BNO offer, but there appears to have been very little planning, and a family of 4 needs £16,000 up front. What steps is he taking to ensure the scheme is accessible to all BNOs? And what steps is the government taking to support their integration into British society? Hong Kong Watch's latest report describes Hong Kong as being a canary in the coal mine of China's expansionism. So what assessment has the UK government made of the threats facing Taiwan, given that Chinese fighter jets and bombers buzzed Taiwanese airspace over 300 times last year? China's growing presence in the UK's critical national infrastructure clearly has implications for our own national security. What assessment has he made of the role of the China Nuclear Power Group, which owns 1/3 of Hinkley Point, but has been blacklisted in the US for stealing nuclear secrets? The party opposite is deeply divided over China, but we can't afford any more dither and delay. Will the Minister work across government to undertake an audit of the UK's relationship with China and come back with a clear strategy to replace its failed golden era policy? What steps has the Minister taken to deliver a coordinated international response to China's assaults on democracy and human rights? And finally, where on earth are those Magnitsky sanctions?
Thank the honourable gentleman for his questions. He will have heard the response I gave to the chair of the Select Committee on Magnitsky sanctions with regard to CGN's involvement in our nuclear sector. Obviously, investment involving critical infrastructure is subject to thorough scrutiny and needs to satisfy our robust legal, regulatory and national security requirements, and all projects of this nature are conducted under this regulation to ensure that our interests are protected. As with all foreign policy priorities, the FCDO recognises the importance of cross-Whitehall collaboration, in particular on Hong Kong. The Foreign Secretary regularly chairs a ministerial group meeting attended by ministers from across Whitehall and a number of departments. We obviously take any change to the any threat to the joint declaration very seriously. But what I would say is that we do need to wait and see what comes out of the National People's Congress before making an assessment. We've already called a breach twice last year, but the honourable gentleman will need to just wait until we've seen what comes out of the MPC. And on BNOs and the integration of British national overseas passport holders, that's a really important question. We're working across government and alongside civil society groups and others to support that integration, who are for those thousands of people who will be taking up that route and arriving here. We encourage and we look forward to welcoming applications from those who wish to make the United Kingdom their home. The Foreign Secretary has met with the Secretary of State for Housing, Communities and Local Government to discuss exactly this issue. I know the honourable gentleman has been in contact with one of the ministers at MHCLG, and we look forward to seeing the outcome of those discussions, because it's absolutely crucial that we support those individuals who are coming here from Hong Kong.